I'm Nikki, and this is Beau, and we are here finishing our 10th treatment with Dr. Scherenberg. And when we started this whole process of trying to figure out if he was colicky or not, a friend had posted on Facebook that her daughter had received treatments and the link to the website, and on the list of symptoms of colic, Beau himself had 27 of the items on the list. And so that was a reassuring factor to us before we made the trip down here to definitely investigate this and have him evaluated by Dr. Scherenberg. Once we got here, sure enough, Beau was a colicky baby, and we began treatments right away. We did stay in a hotel here, and they have a wonderful connection with a hotel, and the hotel was wonderful. We were here over a weekend, and Dr. Scherenberg was gracious enough to come in and do 2 a day over a weekend, giving of his time and his family's time to make a difference for our little guy. So we're so thankful for that. The symptoms that Beau had prior to coming down, he was not a baby that cried endlessly for hours and hours and hours, but he did not sleep for greater than probably an hour or 2 at a time. He could not sleep flat. He had to sleep elevated, whether that was in his car seat, the baby swing, the mama-roo. We have a daydreamer sleeper that he would sleep in that was elevated, but he always had to be propped up. And a lot of times that was in our arms, which meant that we didn't get a whole lot of sleep. He would get and have spells of times where he would cry, and you could just tell he was in so much pain. His body would be rigid, his stomach would be distended, his hands and his fists were always clenched, and his face would be red and his eyes squinted. Those were some of the really obvious symptoms off the list that he had that we noticed right away. Now the baby that we have, he last night slept 10.5 hours, which has never happened. Only getting up to eat and feed, which was amazing. I didn't sleep 10.5 hours, but he certainly did. He is relaxed. He no longer clenches his fists. And the biggest thing is he smiles all the time, and he never smiled unless he was sleeping before, which wasn't very often. Or maybe I have been trained just as much as he has been fixed, but I now know the signs and the symptoms to look for when he's uncomfortable and in pain versus when he's just hungry or uncomfortable in the motion of his bowels, because that does happen. But more than anything, we want to say thank you to Dr. Scherenberg, because we're bringing home a different baby than we brought here. And so, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Is that your way of saying thank you? Yeah. He's like, I just ready.